Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Sports. England 37, Australia 42. I think we've just witnessed the test match of the year. Goodness me, there could not have been more twists to the tale than in this game, with the lead changing 3 times in the final 10 minutes. Absolutely mental. And Joe Schmidt, well, we've been waiting for a performance like this from Australia. We've been waiting for what we keep hoping is a watershed moment where Australia and the Wallabies get back to being the Wallabies of old, the competitive Wallabies, the side that people don't take too lightly. And they've gone and done it. They were behind quite early, and quite well behind at 12 points to 3 within 12 minutes. England looking like they were good, 15 points to 3, in fact, in the 19 minutes. So they had to come back from behind. But goodness me, did they do that in style. And then went behind, then went ahead, then went behind, and then Max Jorgensen scoring a try in the 84th minute to win the game. Absolute scenes at Twickenham. And I tell you what a special performance from this Wallabies side, because they've been written off this year and they've had to take a lot of abuse. They are rebuilding, they are trying new things, but Joe Schmidt absolutely reaping the rewards of backing certain players, of backing his system, backing the culture to sort of eventually come through and find them a win. And today they did just that. Before we break down the game, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. As mentioned, it was the worst possible start with Chandler Cunningham himself going over in just the 4th minute. But Australia managing to claw back 3 points 9 minutes later. First, to be fair to England, that first try from Cunningham himself, such good hands. Just a couple of hits, pop around the back, joining a couple players down in the corner. A much more brutal try for the second one. A couple of tap and goes off a penalty, and then the Australia defence just not good enough in the end. Marcus Smith then added the extras and added a penalty to make it 15 points to 3 before Tom Wright scored a very nice try. He was fantastic today, by the way. Every single time he got the ball, looked like he was going to beat a defender, looked like he was going to create space and get Australia in behind England. And he did that so many times. He scored a great try in the 26th minute. Again, just drawing all the players, a lot of space into the corner. Alessio had a very nice conversion. But Ben Smith then extended their lead, 18 points to 10. Very nice try being scored by Harry Wilson just before half, 33 minutes before half time. Alessio with the conversion, and then a penalty on the brink of half time meant that Australia actually led at half time, 18 points to 20 points to 18. And they probably didn't necessarily deserve the lead from a attacking perspective, but they had like a 10-15 minute period where I thought they were really good. And they started like a house on fire in the second half. Bang, try by Williams, Alessio, adding the extras. All of a sudden, they had a 10-point lead. And you think, right, well, is that the game? Well, not quite, because Ollie Slater with a double 56 minutes, 67 minutes. Some really good work there. First of all, the try when it was chipping behind from Marcus Smith was fantastic. Even again, it's a nice handling, draw and pass. And we thought that was potentially the game. 67th minute, Marcus Smith adds the extras, 13 minutes. But wait, Andrew Kellaway on turnover ball. George Ford's pass not quite going to a hand for Ollie Lawrence. Andrew Kellaway picking it up, going the distance and diving over in the 74th minute. Bang, 35 points to 30 to Australia. But then 2 minutes later, Mario Toja crashes over. Marcus Smith adds the extras, 37 to 35. You're thinking, game done. Australia go short off the kickoff. There is a knock on. They get a scrum. First scrum goes down, reset time. Second scrum, very solid. Australia go through the phases. They keep it nice and tight. They can see they're not going to get a penalty. They can see they're not going to break through. They risk it. They go wide. Couple of great offloads. And Len Ikitau just drifts down the left-hand side. He drew in 2 defenders, including Marcus Smith. Chicken wing pass in the 83rd minute to Max Jorgensen, who then dives over. And just for good measure, Ben Donaldson decides to add the extras. Phenomenal game. Absolutely phenomenal game. Let's look at the stats, because they tell an interesting story. England had more territory, but possession was literally 50-50. Set pieces, England 100% from the lineouts, 67% from the scrums. Scrums were quite even, to be honest, kind of ebbed and flowed. 50% from the restarts. And I'm going to talk about a player in a bit who had a big say in that. whereas Australia, for example, 86% from restarts. If you look at the attack, Australia 426 meters post-contact meters to England's 337. Defense was fairly optional today. More carries, more passes, double the amount of line breaks, more turnovers won, more penalties conceded, to be fair, but generally teams weren't too ill-disciplined. And if you look at the defense, for example, fewer tackles having to be made, but a higher percentage. But I want to single out a player before we took at someone like a Harry Wilson, who had a really good game. Tom Wright, 4 line breaks, absolutely massive. But can we talk about the fact that a 21-year-old whose name is Joseph Suali'i made his rugby union professional debut in this game? He has never played a rugby union game at professional level before today, and I thought he was absolutely sensational. Given the fact he had such good touches. He looks a proper player. 21 years old, hasn't played rugby union in a long time. He'll have a Super Rugby season to come. But goodness me, he looked like a veteran of the game at times. He looked so comfortable. It's actually remarkable, really. I don't think people realize how impressive that is. Yes, there are obviously similarities. You're not coming from baseball to rugby. But, your defensive patterns are different. The way you attack, set pieces, for example, it is a very different game. And the way he coped, I thought, was so good. Tom Wright, though, take a bow. Goodness me, he finds space everywhere. Always likes to run. Doesn't like to go to the boot. He will do, and maybe should have done towards the last stages of the game. But found so much space. Defensively, England, I thought Mari Toja put in a big shift. Ben Earl put a big shift. We look at the line breaks. Ollie Slater with 3. Dylan Peach with 3 as well. Good work there. Carries, though. Harry Wilson, relentless as the Australian captain. 16 carries. Angus Bell, 14. He was phenomenal, by the way. Big hits from him. Sitting down a couple of the England defenders. Not to say that England played badly, It was almost like they did underestimate them, I think. It was almost like they were playing a game they expected to win and therefore didn't really need to worry about the result. And yet Australia kept sort of reminding them, and almost sort of England was shocked, settled in and went, oh cool, we've got the victory, and then bang, Australia would go, no wait, we're still here. So Joe Schmidt, I'm very keen to see what he has to say after that. A remarkable game, a remarkable performance. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.